everybody. Happy Fun Fact Friday. So today we are going to talk about notation. I love notation. Notation is kind of the term for the way that our music looks on a piece of paper, on some staff paper. So there's a lot of terms that are music universal, right? Universal to music, but there are a bunch of things that only percussionists will see on a piece of music. So right now I am going to show you 5 different kind of percussion notation things, and I'll quickly rapid fire show you, explain it, and then play it for you. Okay, here we go. So the first thing I want to talk about is the first thing that any musician sees on a piece of paper, and that's the clef. So the clef is going to tell us what register we're playing in, all right? So if we see a treble clef like this, then we know that our notes are high-pitched. If we see a bass clef like this, then we know that our notes are low-pitched. And if we see a percussion clef like this, then we know that there's no pitch. It's easy to remember the percussion clef because it looks like 2 drumsticks. That's kind of cool. Number 2, I want to talk about the X note head. So normally you see notes like that with a closed circle or an open circle, but in drumming and percussion, we see a lot of X's like that. And when we see an X, it usually means cymbals, but it could also mean clap, rim, say something, right? So it's usually just a symbol to show this isn't your regular old hit a drum situation. But like I said, mostly used for cymbals. Number 3, the diddle. So we've talked about diddles before. That's when you hit the drum twice as fast with the same hand. And it sounds like this. Normally, we have a note like this. Maybe we'll have notes like this even. And to show that we want it to be a diddle, we put a line through our stems just like that. That's the diddle for you. Number 4 is the buzz. This one's a lot of fun to play. Because we're pushing our sticks into the head of the drum, it gives it this really buzz-like sound. So it looks like this. I'm going to do a half note just for fun. And we put a Z on the stem just like that to show that we are going to do a buzz roll and not an open stroke roll. Sometimes it looks like that because it tells us that we're going to buzz right into that next note. Now, number 5 is not a percussion exclusive thing, but it's used mostly in percussion. So if we have a piece of music, there's your percussion clef, and maybe we are going to repeat a whole section. These are repeats. That's what it looks like. Everybody uses that. We see that all the time. But because percussion is very repetitive, we often repeat the same bar a few times. So what'll happen is if we have a bar like this, here's something fairly easy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we need to replay that like a few times. What we'll do is on the next bar, we'll put this little symbol, dot, line, dot. And what that means is repeat the content of the bar that came previously. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we can do this symbol as many times as we want to show us repeating as many times as we want. So there you have it. There are 5 fun notation things for percussion. Reading music is a blast. I'm a bit of a nerd though, but I love reading music and I love talking to people about the differences between drum music and every other instrumental music, right? It's very unique, it's very cool, it's like its own language, which I love. So thanks for tuning in again. We'll see you next week. Bye!